Finally today, if you've ever thought about deploying a drone on your farm or ranch to check crops or livestock, this summer Nebraska Extension offering a Part 107 drone test prep course through August 16th.
Nebraska Extension will be offering one-day courses across the state to prepare individuals to pass the Federal Aviation Administration's knowledge exam. This exam is required to receive a Part 107 remote pilot certification or license to fly drones for commercial applications.
One of the things that's kind of interesting is I get a lot of questions from farmers that are like, well, I'm going to fly a drone on my farm, so why do I need a license? You know, I bought the drone myself, I'm flying it myself, and I'm flying it over my own crop. And the FAA actually considers drones aircraft, and they fall under aircraft rules. And the FAA considers farming commercial. And if you're flying a drone taking pictures of a crop, which will be sold, that's considered a commercial operation. So yes, so farmers, they need to have a license, whether they like it or not, to use a drone in their operations. So one of the requirements to get a drone license is to take an aeronautical knowledge exam. And so what this course does is prepare students to successfully pass that exam. And then, of course, once they pass the exam, then they can apply for their remote pilot license or drone license.
This course will cover aviation topics such as regulations, airspace, radio communication, weather, and other basic aviation concepts necessary to pass that Part 107 knowledge exam, which will consist of 60 multiple-choice questions.
This test is kind of hard. There's a lot of aviation material on it, and so if you have no aviation background, it's going to seem pretty foreign. And so the idea of this course, it's an 8-hour course, and basically I prepare the students to pass that test and focus on the material that might be the toughest for them. There's a lot of regulations, and there's a lot of splitting hairs on some of those regulations. One of them is the question of recreational versus commercial. People want to fly under recreational because, you know, it seems like there's less rules with it. But the FAA basically considers commercial to be the default, that everybody is commercial, and then you have to show that you're flying recreational, and that's a very specific set of guidelines. And so I just tell everybody, you know, get your drone license and you're good to go regardless of what it is you're doing.
While there are some online options available at a similar cost that allow you to study at your own schedule, there are definitely some aspects of an in-person education that outweigh the convenience of at-home study.
So I think in-person is better just because you have the interaction and you can get experiences from the students because they all have some kind of experience with drones. And I think it's easier to ask those questions, and it's a lot easier for me to answer them. So I think it's good for both the students and for me as the instructor.
There are still a couple of opportunities to register for one of these courses. Your next one will be on July 10th at the Henry J. Stumpf International Wheat Center in Grant, August 8th at the Dodge County Extension Office in Fremont, and finally August 16th at the UNL West Central Research Extension and Education Center in North Platte. Pre-registration is required for these kinds of events with a $275 registration fee, and that does include all of the day's lessons and study materials. These meetings last about 8 hours or so. With that in mind, they have a light breakfast as well as a lunch that is offered at no additional cost. If you're interested in learning more about the events, you'll find more information along with this story. You know what I'm going to say. Find it on the Market Journal website.